Hi, I'm Greg Watkins, Executive Director of the British Chamber of Commerce, Thailand. 2021 is BCCT's 75th anniversary. And one of the things we're doing is reaching out and reconnecting with some of the people who made BCCT what it is today. And today it's my great pleasure to introduce Jane Hegeler, who, as Jane Bailey, served on the BCCT Board in 2012, and at the time she was Country Manager of Equitech. And she also had a near 12-year business career in Thailand before leaving to go and live in Germany. So a very, very warm welcome, Jane. It's lovely to connect with you again. Tell us a little bit about your time on the BCCT board and BCCT in general.
Well, first of all, Greg, thank you for the invitation and happy birthday. Congratulations to you and the BCCT members. I think it may be one of the longest standing chambers in Thailand, so a testament to you and the services you provide to the members. From my side of things, I was, as you mentioned, I sat on the board in 2012, but I was an active member of the chamber itself over the duration of my time in Thailand. And I recall my very first event in the Londoner pub, where I was very nervous, had a brace on my teeth. I was the only young female there. I dragged my dad along. And the rest is history, you know. I think for me, part of being a member and sitting on the board of the chamber is just, you know, it was part of the service that you provide to big, small SMEs, British companies, international companies, Thai companies in Thailand, to give them the opportunity to meet, forge relationships. And I think the best thing you guys do are your events. That was always the highlight for me, especially the lifestyle party at the British Chamber. That's a long-lasting memory for me.
Any other enduring memories of your time?
Yeah, I mean, I was part of the CSR group, which you sat on as well, that we used to have regular meetings. But I think for me, one of the long-standing memories that stands out is during one of my UK visits, I was able to represent the British Chamber of Commerce in Thailand, actually at a British Chamber of Commerce event in London at the Westminster area. So that's a huge highlight for me that I had the opportunity to do that.
Fantastic. I mean, how do you think Thailand's changed in the 9 years that you've been away, Jane?
Like the world, technology has made a huge advancement on how Thailand operates as a country, and obviously in the business world. And I think, you know, every country is evolving to try and become more efficient, streamline things. Thailand is one of those countries. It may not be at the forefront, but it's definitely has changed the way the banking sector operates today. When I lived there wasn't a thing as online banking. You had to physically go into the bank and withdraw a large sum of cash. So yeah, I mean, Thailand's changed, grown, evolved. It was thriving, as I believe, up until end of 2019, early 2020.
Sure.
Yeah, I hope that it continues on that same trajectory as it was on before the COVID hit the world.
Yeah, I think so. Thailand's resilient to a lot of knocks, and it's had a lot of knocks, and it's come through them. And this is obviously a longer knock than most. Tell us a little bit more about what you're doing these days.
So I'm back, as you know, during my time in Thailand. I worked for a very long time at Bangkok Hospital, where I got involved with health and travel insurance. I'm back in that sort of area. I work for a company headquartered out of London called Charles Taylor. We are a large adjusting company, claims management solution provider, for insurance companies. So we're the back end to a lot of the products you see on the market from a health and travel perspective.
Fantastic. I mean, how do you see Thailand's role in the post-COVID world? Where do you think Thailand will be?
I think, as you mentioned before, Thailand's really resilient. We moved to Thailand in 1997 at the Tom Yam Goong, at the terrible collapse of the time. And we saw Thailand then obviously boost and boom out after that. And then we've had other small things along the way, small hitches in Thailand. But I think Thailand will thrive. The people are resilient, the businesses are resilient. And I think that, like with anything, Thailand will get over it. It's not stuck on relying on other people to do it for them. They'll get on and do it. And that's the difference between where I'm sitting here in Europe and the Asia mentality towards what you do in a crisis.
Last question, what's your favourite place and what's your favourite thing to do in Thailand?
Eat, definitely. I love seafood, so I love just eating when I'm in Thailand. I have many favourite places. I think Got Samui, Got Samet, two great places to go relax, enjoy the seaside. But I love, if I'm in Bangkok, just to drive up to Kanchanaburi and just get some fresh air and some mountain air.
I think we're going to see you pretty soon anyway. I think you're going to be heading this way reasonably soon.
Absolutely. I've got the BCCT Xmas lunch marked in my calendar. So if travel restrictions permit, then I will be there.
Fantastic. Thanks for sparing some time to talk to us, Jane, and see you in a few weeks, literally a few weeks' time. It won't be that long.
I hope I can join the big party, the big 75th birthday party.
Oh, there'll be plenty of those. Once we can celebrate in proper British style.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Greg.
Thanks, Jane. All the best. Take care. And see you soon. Bye.